Hello and welcome, this is Vector. In this video, I am going to continue with my quest with the invaded missions. So as you might have noticed in my channel or playthrough, I've been playing a lot of invaded missions these days, and I explained early on why this is the case. So today we are having a new set of invaded missions. So we have the bank headquarters, and then we also have the Grand Washington Hotel and also Jefferson Trade Center. So they're all new and all are being used to unlock the District Union Arena, which is something we haven't done as well. So once we unlock the stronghold, then we will be able to play. Is it the stronghold? No. What's the stronghold that is trying to unlock? I don't actually remember. So this stronghold, once you do this, and then you get to do the, oh, sorry about that. I just realized that I was being attacked. So I'm just gonna finish these guys before I continue with there you go.
You need to stop Black Tusk from obtaining the data
before we
from the vault.
actually I triggered the start already. So let's just continue. But basically, once I unlock this guy, then once I unlock the stronghold or the District Union place, then I will be unlocking the tidal basin again. So we have mentioned that before. This is basically how the invaded mission or weekly invaded mission rehash thing works. So you will have a stronghold, which is typically a few places, but before you need to before you can unlock the stronghold, the first stronghold, you need to play 3 invaded missions and kind of like clear things out, clear the Black Tusk out. According to the storyline, basically you grab a little bit of clue so that you know you can get to the stronghold. Once you complete the stronghold, then you get the tidal basin. So tidal basin is always the same. Stronghold will change between a few places, like the District Union Center. Is District Union Center? District Union Arena, or sometimes it's going to be Capitol Hill. Sometimes it's going to be, let's go all the way to this Roosevelt Island, but it kind of rotates, right? I think sometimes it's also Kimber Walk. No, it's just one of the missions. So today we are going to begin with the bank headquarters. As I said, it doesn't really matter which order you do, as long as you finish the 3 before you can actually play the stronghold, which is locked, unless you complete the 3 invaded mission. So we're doing this the first one. So again, in the invaded missions, you're actually going to the same building. The mission is more or less the same, except that you're fighting against different enemies, which are Black Tusks. They have more tech stuff, and as you will see some. The spawn point is also going to be a slightly different. Basically, they really like to descend from top. So as you saw, they come from, say, this time they come from this. Let me try to shoot this guy. Yeah. So as you see, they come from the balcony, and whenever there is possible, they will actually rappel down from like a helicopter, which seems come out of nowhere. It's kind of funny. The tech stuff includes, say, mini tanks, war dogs, different kinds of war dogs actually, and you will also see in this mission an EMP jammer as well. So we'll get there once we arrive at that point. The loot boxes sometimes. Some of the loot box, I would say maybe 80% of the loot boxes or locations will be different. If you're familiar with the regular mission, you can also just take a look at those places, regular places. You probably 80% of the time you actually see something over there. The special ammo.
Black Tusk changed the vault security codes, so you'll need to recover them in order to get in.
The special ammo is going to be slightly different. There will be more shock ammos, mostly because they are the most effective against the tech stuff, war dogs, even enemies. So that's why you see that more often. So for those of you who are joining the live broadcast or play through. Welcome. Hope you have a good turn of the year and stay safe and everything. So we are playing the Invader mission over here. This is the bank headquarters. You can see that they are very. So I actually destroyed the one of the special ammo, which is essentially a shock thing. So you see there's little things popping out. That's the shock ammo. So here I'm playing the challenging difficulty. I can turn to heroic, but it doesn't really gain me much. And then once if the agent dies, and you have to restart. So I tend not to do that. So one different thing is that when you go up here, there will be 2 enemies, which is new, or like you don't see that in the regular mission.
One of the ranking Black Tusk team members should have access to the vault.
And another tell is that you see a lot of these like tabs that is like with this little blue light up thing. Okay, so let's go here. This I think this is actually the first. Nope, that's not the first boss. At some point, there will be a first boss. Let me just throw a grenade. Grenade actually goes further than the Stinger Hive. Oh, the first boss just came. I think the boss has a so if you are playing the regular mission, the first boss you'll fight here will have a shield. Here is a more of a tech guy or something. Oh. So that's what we have here. So apparently this boss person got stuck, which is to our advantage, of course.
That's what you need. Grab that key card.
So we're gonna move forward.
Data vault access codes secured.
Head down and get into that vault.
Just roll through the fire. Interestingly, the hidden thing. Let's just destroy our drone as well. Just let it reload. The hidden thing in the regular mission, which is over here, is still available. So we can actually open this little panel. If you're familiar with this mission or the Division 2 game, there are some, hidden places. So you get a key.
Wonder what that unlocks.
And it's going to open something. So we'll show you what that is later on once we get there. So this is also a place you can get in, and there's a loot box over here. So not that great. Right. One thing that you can tell that a game is more modern game or like an older game is if you walk into a place where there is a mirror, excuse me, a mirror, you can see a reflection. So it's a more modern game. It requires a little bit more processing power, graphical power. So you see there's a little like reflection of my agent. It's kind of blurry, but it does a little bit of the job. So it's kind of nice to have this little touch here. If you play an older game, remember the older game that I played with a mirror is what was that game? Max Payne. I played Max Payne quite some time, and the older version, when you go in front of a mirror, you don't see your reflection. Doesn't mean that you're a zombie or a vampire or something. It just doesn't have that graphic. So over here we have this. Typically speaking, I will let's see how far I can throw my grenade. It's not that far, huh? So typically speaking, I'll run over a little bit, drop a Stinger Hive, and then I will run back to pull a distance. So let's see if we can do this time. So let's throw them a grenade, kind of like distract them, and throw a Stinger Hive as like a trap. So normally what I do is just run back, have a little bit of distance. There is also a ammo box in case you run out of ammo, you can reload. So it's quite a vantage point. Of course, you will want to have a weapon that has some range. If you are, running a shotgun build, for example, it's not going to be very effective. Actually, speaking of a shotgun build, I actually recently watched a video. Some Division 2 player actually was talking about a shotgun build, which is kind of funny. Quite nice actually. The way he described it is basically you need to stack a little bit things, because it's just the harder thing is to keep the stack going. And then he was playing with the so here is the one of the special ammo, shock ammo, most likely. Yeah, there we go. And what he was talking about was he was testing out with a special gear set, the green ones, which I think the striker one, I think, and then it allows you to stack up, weapon damage quite a bit, and along with a shotgun which has higher fire rate. I think it's like ARG sub 12 or something, a higher fire rate, bigger capacity. You can actually just breeze through the enemy. So here you will notice that there's actually an opening on the right hand side. So typically I will go here. In the normal mission you don't have that. It's kind of like a slightly different route over here. So let's use our drone here. There will be some enemies coming from behind as well later on. Kind of like to flank your agent. So you can either choose to go back around, but be careful with the turret over here. So, but other than that, it's actually not that hard. There's another area over here, so you can have like kind of like 3 routes to go through. All right, so let's pick up a grenade, and we can continue with the rest. So next you go into this
Authentication successful. Access granted.
Safe.
Detecting.
Downloading the data. They'll wipe it if they grab it first.
So that key, remember that key that I collect behind a panel, or RFID key, is actually used over here. This is the same as a regular mission. If you don't pick up that key, you won't be able to go in. Once you get in, you will see a fraction box. So when you're playing the regular mission, it's going to be what's that group? I forgot the names. How can I forget the names? But this is the other group. So here, because you're playing against Black Tusk, it changes into Black Tusk. Okay, I think it's a Hyenas. I think that's the name. If you are starting to play this game very early on, there's actually a trophy over here on this end, I believe. It's a little gold bar that you can hang at behind your agent. So right now I have a different thing. It's cosmetic, doesn't really change much, but it's just something kind of worth collecting. Right, once you get in, it's going to be different because you're going to stop some sort of upload or downloading of 2 laptops. Just get in, you interrupt their process, and there are 2 computers you kind of need to interact with. So just interact with this guy, and you stop it, and then you go here, and then you also use this guy. So once you start this, basically, the enemies is going to come in. I just put a stinger hive here and there. There are 2 entry points. Well, actually 4. Some will come from here, some will come from the top, and the rest is going to come from the other end. So like from the top over here and also from here as well. So you're gonna need to run around because the enemies are coming from both sides. Later on, you will start seeing mini tanks and whatnot. So that's where the the fun begins. So I've been playing a lot of this using this build, which is a
25% complete.
which is a decent build. But what I really like about this build is the combination of skills and the primary weapon, the test subject. So talent of the test subject is that it amplifies the skill damage, and then when the skill is dealing damage, it also amplifies the weapon damage by this machine gun. So it's kind of like a cycling effect. So you get the best of both worlds if you use skills as a way to attack. So set the whip point. And the way you know that it is doing its work, as you can see a lot of like orange badges or boxes underneath like the HUD, the HUD of my agent. So right now you don't see any. When you see kind of like two little logo of the gears linked together, then you see it is in effect. So you start to see that the little two gear stuff. So that is the thing, the talent that is in effect. Oops. That gotta hide behind something. So I'm
75% complete.
The gear that I have is mostly on the offensive side. The only kind of like defensive side is really from the Memento backpack, which is really good because what it does, it allows me to do a little bit of armor regen. So you see that, you saw that. That's why I have a little bit of like armor regen when my armor went really low. It's kind of like a little bit of like defensive thing going on instead of like going all in. I can swap it out with something that increases the critical hit damage a little bit more, actually much more. But I think it's a little bit safer to just use this mental backpack. Especially when I'm doing my solo mission, right?
Download complete.
So download complete. Just clear the area. There's only a war dog.
Isaac can't transfer the data. Might be interference from the structure. Make your way back topside.
Alright, so let's go topside then. So in the normal version, this you need to actually blow it up. But now you don't have to, you just need to run right through. So let's keep going, and one thing you will see here is kind of like a little surprise in a bad way. And I'll show you what it is. So the route is more or less the same. You need to go through this duct, and then go upstairs, and then you're gonna climb through this guy. Now it seems empty. The door over here, you see there's a lock, right? You open the lock, you shoot the lock, you break it. Mythbuster also mentioned that you can actually shoot down a lock, but just play with the suspension of belief. So here, once you open the door, there will be a war dog hidden inside. So just be careful. There we go. So that's basically it. And then the next thing is you're going to go through the elevator. But like if I want to pick up a grenade, I can pick up something over here.
System reactivated.
Right, and then you take the elevator just like the regular mission, and then you go up. So after that, we keep going. We are almost to.
Still can't get a clean signal.
I would say this is second last. Is it no, the third last
some kind of jamming device on the catwalk.
Of the area of the mission. So you see that enemies are different. When you are playing the regular mission, you're going to basically protect the president, Alice. But now you're just fighting black tasks. So I'm gonna throw a stinger hive over here, and then start. There were more enemies coming from this end, but then there's a bunch. So there's the heavy machine gun guy over here. Just careful. There is actually a staircase from this end, so be careful with the staircase. From time to time, they will shoot grenades over here. So it's quite it's not a simple fight, but I mean once you know where they will be coming, and you can also make use of the environment. There's a lot of red things you can shoot. Then it should be good. So there's another mini tank over here. Mini tank. And make sure that the guy is not going to repair it. So what's left is the machine guy. Just walking towards the stinger hive, which is good. And then we are good. Alright, just walk downstairs. do that, but it's all good. Pick this up. Now, once I go through this door, then you will see the EMP thing. So I think it's going to destroy my drone, but we'll see about that. Maybe I'll just stay here. You see that little guy over there? That is the EMP machine. And once you go through, you see that it is no longer work. So I should actually have finished that before I send my drone forward. It's all good. Now there is another one on the other side, so you can't really call up your skill just yet.
System malfunctioning.
There's one more guy over here. So let's just finish that. So you need to kind of go a little bit further so that you can have a clear line of sight. So the first one is on this this place, so I destroyed. The other one is going to be here. Now the next thing you want to do is you're gonna interact with this computer. But what I normally do is I will go up here, throw a stinger hive over here, and you will see why. Essentially, once you touch or interact with that laptop, enemies are going to come from that door and rappel from this end, and also come from this door. So I'm just gonna do this because they run pretty fast, honestly. So I'm gonna just set it up over there. Use the laptop.
Device deactivated.
And then you see they're already coming in.
Data transfer stream.
So I usually just go here, and then it's basically kind of like a corridor or a queue box, if you will. So they come from this end, but it's already like the first wave is stopped by the stinger hive, and then you see they really want to rappel down. But it's more than that because they will have a few waves rappelling down. So let's see. And you see like there's like 2 to 3 waves, if I remember correctly. It's all good. We can handle that.
75% complete.
All right. And I think that might be the last wave. I don't know. There we go. I think that's the last wave.
Data transfer stream closed.
Oh, good.
Slick.
Alright, so before we go on, let's take a look at what kind of like loots they have. So it's not super good. How about this end? Nope, not that great. So what's the next is our the last area for this mission. It's the same as a regular mission, but again you're fighting different enemies. I think there are actually 3 bosses in total in this mission that you need to fight. So better reload over here. You will still be able to reload downstairs, but it's just a little bit more troublesome. So there are many ways to attack this area. I'm going to show you a recent way that I do. When my agent was starting, it doesn't have a lot of like good gears. What I end up doing is I just stay at this area, right? Sometimes there's a big dude. He will come in, but you will only be fighting one enemy. Especially when you set up, like stinger hive and turret outside, that will stop the enemies from coming in. But that big dude can actually come in. But other than that, if you are fighting against just one big dude, it's a little bit easier to handle. You can run around, you can even run out. So that's what I used to do. Now I have better gears. I start to go over here, over this area, and then start fighting. That gives me more places to take cover and run around. But these days what I end up learning is that there's actually this area that you can go up to. So I'm gonna show this to you. This is actually something I kind of like start doing. So run up here, and then there's a little blockage over here, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna throw a stinger hive around here, and I just start tearing. So that is kind of like the first wave of the enemies. Of course, there will be more. There's also a sniper over there. So the same as the normal mission. usually that's the last person you're fighting. Oh, let's use our special weapon or special ammo. Do something. So, see, whenever there's a chance, rifle down. That's their MO. So let's finish off the second one guy sneaking around. What's that? Finish the sniper first so that we don't get sniped. So the armor is gone, so shouldn't be that bad. Go, done. And you know what? Wow, there are two of them. Interesting. Okay, so I think it's actually time to run. So let's time to run. Can I actually run? Why am I running the other way? That is so weird. I'm sorry about that. I don't know why suddenly like there was a lag or something. It's just like cannot go go over that barrier. It's fine. We can just try that again. But the approach is more or less the same. We're gonna first go up there on the right, and then we are going to run once we finish most of the enemies. So let's try that again. This time without the special ammo. So go here, restock, jump in, run around, and then quickly run towards the balcony, I would say. Nope, there's actually something here. Let me just get rid of those. See if there's anything useful in the meantime. I think very useful. So we're gonna start a single hive over here. Finish this. Try to shoot the weak point. Make it faster. Like that. Take care of the sniper upstairs, and then start fighting the boss. Try to do it as fast as possible. So the sniper also can start a drone. That is a sniper drone that so I think the sniper's gone. Good. So remember that there were two machine guy dude. So to make sure that we don't forget about this. And there might be there's this guy sneaking up. Let's just finish him first.
Target located.
Alright. So now we're fighting two. Actually, there's another guy, so let's use the environment a little bit. So fight the boss first. Usually I fight the boss last, but let's get it done over here. That's done. So I think that will be our last enemy. So let's go a little bit closer. And, oops. So when you're on fire, the best thing to do is actually roll. Otherwise, the fire is going to stay for a little longer, and it will actually damage your armor, which is interesting. The first thing it damages the armor. What the hell? Cool. That's it.
We
see
need to go
if
through the
there's
data to
anything
figure out
useful.
what Black Tusk was after. But the important thing is that we got it and they didn't. Well done.
So nothing super fancy. We can just get rid of that. It is a green gear, which means that it is a set that you can collect and get something special, but we don't really need that. Here we have the assault rifle, which is not very useful, so I'm going to destroy that, get some components from there. Alright. So that's pretty good. Let's leave the area and call it. But usually when you leave, you will see some enemies, so let's clear them as well. Oh, they also have the hat. Interesting. So if you haven't have that, center hat, they will actually drop that, and then that's how you pick it up. You don't buy them, you don't loot them. You just need to finish off some people with the Santa hat, and you should be good to pick up. So I guess like you can only pick up one. So that's that. All right, so that's it. Thank you so much for watching. It's a quick video, me playing just the challenging mode of the bank headquarters invaded the mission. So I hope you enjoy watching me playing this as much as I enjoy playing this. I'll be playing a few more invader missions this week, but I think that's it for now. So thank you for watching. If you like this video, subscribe, like, and share it with your friends. And hope to see you soon again. Thanks for watching. Bye.
Next time I get this rotation.